January 2019, start of a new year, and in a new place yet again. The greenhouse that is there has moved from there, and we're now in my girlfriend's garden. She allowed me to use the greenhouse for my dahlias, so we've moved it, treated it, and I've built out some recycled wood benches around it. It's just a 6x8 greenhouse, polycarbonate. Put the benching round, and the benching is meant so that in the summer we can just fold it back, move the staging back, soil bottomed, so even these slats move, and then we'll expose the ground and grow stuff in it like a non-dahlia family. It's also being used as a log store at the moment. At the bottom, hopefully they'll be gone when I want to tuck some trays of tubers under there. But it's getting cold, we're going to start setting up, so I need to turn this into a propagating house. The tubers are still here, there and everywhere, and some are in the ground. So I want to get them going. But first job is going to be to insulate the greenhouse, so we'll do that first, and hopefully get somewhere towards having a place where we can take some cuttings in. Greenhouse insulated, did the door. Generally you always just put a skirt down under the benches and over the top. Obviously the back bench is going to have polystyrene in with a heat mat on there, but I try to bubble the benches, especially with a bit of pod trays on there, just to stop the cold coming up. And there'll be a second one up there. I can put a second shelf around the whole greenhouse for those boards that are there, to give a bit of extra space. Got the heater there, both on thermostats. Obviously the bit of pods are on thermostats, and a fairly neat job. I was under instruction to make sure it was tidy, but it should save a few pound in the heating. So we've just got to hopefully see if the heat mat's arrived and get some tubers up here ready to go. Getting a bit late in the day now, but I'm going to try and carry on. Might be able to get a light in the shed or in the greenhouse. But the presents arrived, so that's the propagating bench. I'll get that out and get that on. And then the dustbin bags, the bags of tubers that I've brought back from the shed at the house, and some that I've just literally lifted out the plot this afternoon. So we'll see how many of these we can actually get going. If not, we'll just get them in the greenhouse out the bags, so that I get a chance to set them up. So that took all of about 10 minutes. Got 2 centimetre thick polystyrene underneath with the heat mat rolled over the top of that, and then a sheet of polythene, and then the capillary matting over the top of that, so it's just like a big heated blanket. Just connect the thermostat, dampen the capillary matting, and we're ready to go. So that'll be set about 65 degrees, just to start warming the tubers up as and when they go on there. Well, sorry for the funny light, it's dark, and I've borrowed the lamp out of the office room, or whatever we call it, so I can see what I'm doing. I've just carried on today, and I've managed to get everything up running, and what I've got is on the bench, it's just pretty much 2 trays of each variety. I'm not sentimental at all, so if I'm not growing something, I just don't set it up. It's only set up what I've got. Some spaces at the end there, I'm still waiting on 3 varieties. One hopefully will be plants that I can work on, and the other 2 are on their way or thereabouts. So in the trays we've got pot tubers of oak wood. There's about 25 pot tubers in there from 1 litre pots. I struggled last year with it, trying to get it going from field tubers. And the last batch of cuttings of the stock that I wanted decided not to root, so I just chucked them in a polytunnel and they decided to root. So I potted them up in 5-inch pots at the end of June, and just left them alone, and I made nice little chunky pot tubers, so hopefully they'll get away quicker than what the field tubers ever do, and there's plenty of them. Couple of trays there of Happy Diane, Rycroft Misty, Dave's Choice, Mars and Suzanne, Mirror's Jamander, and a tray of pretty motley looking Gert the Twilight over there. The tubers just decided to start falling apart, so I was a bit limited to what I could use there. Hopefully there's a few eyes on them, they'll get away and I'll get enough plants. So all done in one day. Insulated, heat bed down, and all the tubers trimmed up and set up. That should be enough for me, plus what's coming. There's roughly about 8 to 10 tubers of each variety I'm growing, so hopefully I'll get the numbers off of them.